These bees have been very, very busy, as you can see from the bottle of honey laying here, and I guess there was another one too. But I mean, they produced a good amount of honey. It's been like not that long since I built this thing. Welcome back, and today I propose that we continue with the beautification of this world, because, well, I added those paths back there yesterday, but you know, there's still like not much there over there except a bridge. It's a pretty cool bridge, and a bunch of noisy sheep over here, and then there's my house, but that's not very exciting place. But look at this pond. This pond is all covered up in sugarcane, and you know, there's a lot of open space inside of this pond, and wouldn't it be cool if I could just build off this a little island that has an outline something like this? Maybe it might turn more ovular, but not right now. It's a circle. That is not a circle. Oh, look at that nice little island. It's so tiny and adorable. I just want to build something on it. Oh, I can't get to it though. I guess this calls for a bridge. And look at that. It's a bridge. Not a very exciting bridge. I mean, the bottom looks pretty good. The top, it's kind of boring. I'll make it more exciting later. But for now, I need to reveal what goes on this island, and it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Now, you may already have guessed it, but it does have something to do with sugarcane. And here's another hint. What does sugarcane turn into? Why, of course it's sugar. Sugar. But to make sugar, you have to put sugarcane into a crafting table, and so what goes on this island is a crafting table. Yep, that is the whole reason I built this island and this bridge. It's because I needed a crafting table to craft my sugar cane into sugar. Now that I've completed my little island over there with a sugar crafting table, I think it's time that I upgrade something. Although, it's not just my skin that I've upgraded. As you can see, it's changed a little bit. Just a few minor details that make it look way better. But my gear as well. As you might be able to see right here, I have acquired a full set of diamond armor, which I made a while ago. But last episode enchanted it all. So now, I think it's time to equip it. Because no one knows what enchantments are on here. Hey, armor stand, I would appreciate it. Give me my sword. Yeah. But look at how shiny I am. I'm even shiny. Well, I don't know if I'm shinier than when I had the golden armor, but it's definitely diamondy. Very, very diamondy. The enchantments on my armor aren't all that cool. You know, it's really just Unbreaking 3 and Protection 4 on most of it, or something close to that. And then on the boots, you know, Protection 2, Speed 3, Feather Falling 3. They're going to break pretty quickly. But what I'm proudest of is my sword. Fire Aspect 2, Unbreaking 3, Sharpness 3, Looting 3, and Knockback 2, which is a big upgrade from Sharpness 2, Unbreaking 1, and Looting 3. Such a huge upgrade. But you see, it's nighttime, and I had to spend literally every single level I own to build this sword. So I think it might be time to go on a killing spree for some creatures. Yeah, just like this, except better. Yeah, that was supposed to go better. Oh my goodness. Gosh, he does some damage, even with my new armor. How much health do you have? Ow! Okay, he's... Oh, good. Take that, and you could take some of that. Yeah. I don't care that I'm on fire. Doesn't make a difference to me. As long as you're dead. No one cares if I'm on fire. That's not a creeper, that's a flower. Well, after a highly successful night of exterminating every monster I could see for miles around, I've gained 18 levels, which isn't bad. It's pretty good, actually, and means I can do more enchanting later, or a pickaxe or something, or just upgrade my helmet so it can have respiration 3 again, because I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss my respiration. Now that we have our armor out of the way, it's time to turn our attention to down right here where the path is. We need to make a path over to the cow farm, and then the bee cave, and then the orb, and then to whatever will be over there eventually. Something might go over there. Actually, something will go over there. I don't know what. We're going to go and over that way. Just have to figure out what I want this path to look like. Now, while looking around for a type of path, I came across these, which, you know, pretty basic path. Pretty basic. I cannot deny that this is like the most basic you can get. But, you know, it doesn't look awful, especially if you turn it like that. You can alternate it. You could even go like this in an alternating pattern, and that doesn't look too bad. Although I don't know why you would do that when you can literally just do this one. Now, I think I do want this path to be made out of the wood, but it's going to have coarse dirt on the bottom, so it will look probably something like that going across, and that looks pretty nice. You know, that actually looks better than I thought it would. I was going to do it anyway, but now I want to do it more. So I've dug out a kind of path here, and you can see where the coarse dirt is, which is fine. I don't really care right now because it's all going to be covered up soon. And there will be a few patches of grass in it, but this should fade into it. It's not going to fade in very well because, I mean, obviously it's amethyst with white and magical and all clean over to like a really dirty farm path. Well, here's the path as it stands now. As you can see, I've extended it slightly in the past half second. And my goal of making it look terribly messy and just like thrown together and looking like a farm path, it completely failed. It's so clean. It's so good and so clean. It's almost too perfect. It actually is too perfect, but I'm not going to fix it. And I would continue, except I'm out of coarse dirt, and I don't want to be bothered with making more of it, even though I have dirt literally right here, right next to me. So, I guess that means it's time that you can actually see what I'm going to build on this island, because you didn't think it was just going to be a crafting table, did you? No, it's not just going to be a crafting table, although it will probably have a crafting table as part of it. It is going to be a sugar mill, because, well, you can't make sugar with a crafting table in Minecraft. In real life, it takes a sugar mill, and, you know, you always want to bring real life into Minecraft. Always. Like, why would you not bring what you're dealing with in real life into Minecraft where you can deal with it some more? So first, we're just going to build a doorway. See, this is how I start every single build, with a doorway. Now, trick is continuing from this point. Well, I think I've got the outline for the walls in a good place. Like this looks good. Looks good. I mean, it's not decorated or finished or tall enough or anything. I did put one tiny thing in there because I forgot that I actually should probably do the outside first. I think the most important part of the build currently is figuring out what should be put right here. Because there's going to be windows, and well, windows, they don't really look great when they don't have a corner. It's not going to be dirt, because that doesn't work. And I don't really want it to be wood. I mean, I could use wood. I could go like that. But do you know how plain that looks? Like, this looks so regular, and also not too great. In the end, I've decided that thievery is the best option. I've just taken some ideas from, you know, the good old internet and placed some logs around it, but not actually in it, because I've been looking at what other people have built, and they always add depth to their builds, and I decided maybe I want some depth, and so instead of putting it in the corners and in the wall, I put it in front of the wall. So hopefully this works out okay, and I just filled in these windows with more stone, because it worked. I have now created some higher walls and built most of this first room's interior. I mean, it still has a few more things, maybe something in the middle here instead of just a crafting table, and a floor actually. So let's build that floor. Looks pretty good. I mean, it does need glass and it needs a roof, but it looks pretty good. I mean, it actually looks better than I thought it would. So I guess that means we should continue on to, not the roof, but the actual farm itself. Sugarcane farm. Now, for those who don't know how a sugarcane farm works, let's go through a quick explanation. So you have your water, and you have the sugarcane growing next to it. And this is a nice, innocent piece of sugarcane, but we are going to observe it. We're going to look at it until it gets uncomfortable and decides it doesn't want to be here anymore. So you put the observer like that, and the piston like this, and then you can just put a block there, some redstone on top of it, and that should work. Then you see, the sugarcane grows. It grows like that, and then it grows again. The observer sees it, and the piston pushes it into the water, which will then go to a hopper system into the chest over there. It's quite simple and quite useful, although not 100% efficient. And for that reason, that very reason, we are not going to be using a piece of sugarcane to observe, but instead, this piece of bamboo right here. So you see, this piece of bamboo, it grows. Just like the sugarcane, except the sugarcane grows slower. So this grows way faster, and when it harvests, maybe some of the sugarcane will be right here. And then guess what? Because, see, the reason it's not efficient, because this one right here gets pushed into the water, but the one on top, it just falls. So sometimes it might have a random chance to go in the water, but it often doesn't. So when this goes, it will always get pushed into the water, and thus making it more efficient. And that will actually grow incredibly quickly. It might grow right now. Let's see how long this takes. So, as you may have seen right there, if you were still watching, then it broke. As you can see, I have 6 pieces of sugarcane instead of 4. And unfortunately, my sugarcane did not grow. And since I didn't get any sugarcane from this observer might have to be moved up, although then it makes this a bit more complex. And really, to make it larger, all you have to do is add more pistons. It's super simple. I mean, look at this. I've suddenly extended my farm by 5 blocks. I just have to add the redstone to it, which is even simpler. And, well, that's the sugarcane farm tutorial. It's super simple. I'm going to put it on this side too. And we'll just have like 12 pieces of sugarcane going. I might move this observer up, or I could move the bamboo down. Although, if it's harvested at the same level, it really doesn't matter. So it'll probably just stay like that. It only took about 2 minutes, so about a 2-minute harvest is pretty good. We'll get every bit of sugarcane that grows. Does anyone here know how much more complete a building looks when it has a roof on it? I mean, that might be because it is more complete, but you know, this actually looks pretty close to finished. Is this roof? Well, it didn't take a whole lot of time to build, but it did take some thinking, because I have never built a roof this nice before. And that's not far away enough to actually see it. But I mean, look. It fades back so that it works with the weird shape of this building, while still being all in order with it, which is pretty amazing, as I've never even built a roof that looks this good normally, except not that one. That one is fine, it's just kind of straight, and it's not very exciting. Enough about the roof. We need to see the interior. So as you can see, it looks quite more complete with the roof. Except I haven't put the lanterns in that I want to put in yet because, well, I just haven't. But as you can see, yeah, there's a roof. There's all this stuff, some barrels, some these things. I even put an azalea bush in a pot because that looks good. And this is what I did with that iron that I made. I made some gears with it, which look pretty good actually. So that's quite nice. And once I put some lanterns in here, I think it'll look a bit brighter. At the very least. Oh no, we can't be having aging iron here. So in here we have the finished sugarcane farm. It even has a collection system now. Goes into a chest in that room. I think I'm going to make this like 2 or 3 layers tall, just so that it collects more sugarcane, because the entire time I've been building this, which is like 45 minutes an hour, it's collected like 30, which it's not very fast. But I'm not using sugarcane very often right now, so it doesn't really matter. Now, all that's left to do is build this little tower up a bit taller and put a roof on that, and we'll have a completed sugar mill. You may have seen it in the very cool cinematic shots I got, but this is now complete. It's fully stacked with a working sugarcane farm that has 3 layers, not just 1. Because 1, yeah, it was not enough. It was not enough, because I'm probably going to use sugarcane for some other things later. And, you know, 20 sugarcane an hour. Not really optimal. But the roof, looking great. It even has a... Hold on. Let me get up there. It even has a little chimney, which I also just took from the internet, you know. Don't tell anyone I did this. But yeah, it's looking awesome. Oh gosh. That went far too far under the bridge. And I've connected the path up to this bridge. I kind of want to put some handrails on it, because that would make it look more complete. Although, I don't know how I would do that. Like, I don't know what support beams I want to use, because it'd be really nice to use these. Although, I don't know if they connect to fences very well, and they definitely don't connect to the bridge very well. With all this sugarcane, I can now turn it all into sugar. Do you know what you didn't see coming? You did not see the 9 buckets of milk in my inventory that I am prepared to make a lot of cakes with. Like, look at all this cake. This was the plan all along. I wanted a cake factory, and now we have one. We can put cakes everywhere, on the floor, on the table, on the hoppers, and, you know, cakes go everywhere. But unfortunately, building this and crafting these cakes have taken up a whole lot of time, because a cake takes like an hour to bake. So that's like 3 hours right there of hard work and suffering. So it wasn't really suffering. But anyway, I've run out of time. And so I'll sign off to you by eating just a slice of cake or two. If it'll let me. There we go.